Hi everybody. So in this video, in the last video, we were working on the upper deck plate for the upper deck plate and adjoining kind of back rib for the back of the tail cone. There we can see. So now I've got them back, trying even a different camera angle. So that is what the back deck looks like. It's nice because it gives you a place, kind of a flat area to work with when you're attaching things like the horizontal stabilizer, pardon me, vertical stabilizer, and it holds a D-sub pin or a wire connector in place, which makes an easy disconnect for the trim, elevator trim. And that little riblet, that's why I'm going to call it a riblet, just kind of clicos to the front there and kind of forms what looks like to be the top of another bulkhead, which it technically isn't, but it is in sort of. There's our happy mechanic, Matthew, who's doing some very fine work. We had a little bit of a corrosion, a couple of small corrosion spots on our horizontal stabilizer of our Cessna there, so he's doing a little strip and repaint job. It ain't a perfect match, but I'm not spending 10 grand to repaint a plane because of 5 square inches of corrosion. Anyway, so, oh, there we go, finally. So the nice part is you don't really dimple a lot of the holes in the back deck there. What you actually wind up dimpling is just, like, I think there's 6 rivets that wind up being dimpled. And I think that's because that's where the spar for the horizontal stabilizer goes, so they need to be flat. But everything else is a dome head, which is nice. You don't have to worry about countersinking or any of that. And all those ones around the side are just 4-4s, 470 4-4s, which means a dome head. And most of them we can get with the squeezer. There's about 4 or 5 we couldn't get with the squeezer. Now, you also put on a bunch of pieces in the back that are kind of hard to see. There's a couple of angle brackets for strength reinforcement next to where the horizontal stabilizer is attached, or at least one of those, because that's attached in 4 places. And you can kind of see those 4 pieces of aluminum that are sticking up. Horizontal stabilizer attaches there, vertical stabilizer attaches to the back. And so there's going to be a lot of doublers everywhere, including rudder stop stuff. So you're going to be using all manner of size of rivet, from 4-4s all the way to 4-7s. The plans tell you which one to use. Ted is master when it comes to planning, so he just wrote down all the numbers right on top of the metal itself so that there was no doubt. He used nice symbols too. It was pretty cool. Anyone that so when, let's just say whenever I take the fairing off and you look at it, you're gonna be like, "What's all that? What are all the hieroglyphics?" Actually, it's kind of funny. I put in the first 3 rivets myself along the edge, and then when I looked, I noticed, ah, shit, I forgot to actually dimple the 6 places where I'm supposed to have a flat rivet, a flush rivet. So I had to drill those out, and then I had to do the dimple, which took no time at all, and then I had to rivet it back on. And I figured Ted's had a bad day. He'd like to do some riveting. So I'm just going to give him the rivet squeezer. And then I'm just going to stand directly between the work and the camera. I am such a dork. Anyway, we got most of these. There's a bunch of them in the back, and you have to use a rivet gun. and you're going to have to use a dome head, and you can't use the short one because it won't be able to fit. So you're going to have to pull out a 12-inch, or if you had a 6-inch extension, you could do it with that. I only have a 12-inch, so anyway, in the next video, you'll be seeing me pull that damn thing out and doing the rest of the rivets. So I'll see you soon.